Good evening, guys. Good evening. Welcome back to the Arsenal, of course, news show. Talking everything Arsenal, guys. As always, we're joined by Seb. Welcome back to the channel, Seb. How you doing, man? How you been keeping?
Yeah, been all right. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Obviously, of course,
Yeah,
after last week with PSG, I was absolutely down in the dumps, and I was absolutely, oh, really heartbroken because I
yeah.
thought Arsenal had the best chance. But I have to say, and then leading up to that, I was dreading going to Anfield, actually going there because I actually got tickets to that
Yeah,
game.
you went to Anfield, guys,
I
by the
was
way.
dreading it at the start, but in the end, it actually turned out to be such a good day, and it was a great decision that I actually chose to go because then you could just enjoy the day itself and enjoy the experience with your good mate, and then yeah. And so in the end, right now I'm actually not as down as I probably would have been if I hadn't have gone to Anfield. So
Honestly, I'm so happy to hear that, man.
yeah,
Because like me, and it does get to you, this football club, man.
oh, without
We
doubt,
we
oh,
love it so much, man. It's our life, bro. Like if we're
it
being honest
is.
with it is our life. So
Yeah,
it gets you. Obviously, we support the team week in, week out. We've been doing it for many, many years. When it's not going well, you really can get yourself down about it. Really, think about it. It's all well and good when it's buzzing, but I'm very happy, that you got Anfield. Obviously, um,
yeah,
I think we'll start there before because guys, we've got quite a lot of news to go through.
yeah.
We're talking about Dean Huijsen, we're talking about Rodrigo and all this.
However,
Maybe yeah, go on.
I must say, they have some of the most over the top stewards in the league because, believe it or not, they wouldn't let me in with a bag this size. A
That's
small
ridiculous.
bag this size, they wouldn't let me in the ground. So I had to walk all the way to the church for 10 minutes, and they charge you £5 as well to drop it off. I'm like, that's an absolute joke for the club. I just wonder how much money they made from that. A bag that small. Every other ground I've been to lets you in with that, but not them. Oh,
Typical that is, mate. Absolutely
oh.
typical. That is ridiculous.
But
But there we
nevertheless,
go.
it was a fantastic day. Apart from that bit, I will say. Oh,
Yeah, let's start there. So quickly going to recap the Liverpool game, and we'll get into news, guys. Don't you worry. Make sure you hit that buttons up as always. Get your thoughts down below. Any questions you got, please put them in the chat. Greatly appreciated as well. But let's get into the Liverpool game very quickly. Seb was there. Was this your first time ever at Anfield, by the way?
ever to Anfield, yeah,
Yeah,
back.
first time ever at Anfield. So that's another away day ticked off for
Yep.
Seb. I mean, you explained about how good the day was, but on the actual game itself, obviously you saw before the Guard of Honor given to Liverpool. I guess a respect thing. I think they did it to us, didn't they?
Back when we won the title, I think
And I
it
think
was.
that game we got battered 4-0, didn't we? Because I think Wenger completely rotated the team because I think we had a FA Cup final on the weekend
I
of
believe
the
so.
game.
Yeah. I think
So something along those lines. But either way, I guess a respect thing and all this. And I think we gave it to them. Was it 2021 as well in lockdown
Um, we
when they
didn't
won the
actually
league?
give them we did. I don't think we actually gave them the honor, but they had won the title for them.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought, I honestly thought the Guard of Honor was only for the next team after they won the league to do it. I didn't realise it was for every single team that you play after you've taken the title. I actually thought it was only after the next one.
yeah. It was interesting, but obviously the start we had, we went 2-0 down. I was thinking it's gonna be a long day, bro. When we went 2-0 down, we looked off it completely. But then second half, we actually picked it up, and it's kind of like where's that second half performance in the first half? But what do you make just quickly overall thoughts on that game, bro?
It's an interesting one because I thought the first 10 minutes we were pretty good. Saka should be
Saka should
finishing
have
that
scored,
shot,
yeah.
and that just really sums up our season. Is that again? I actually reckon with a proven clinical striker, we actually could have won that game. The first the first two goals. I'm sorry, that defending is absolutely diabolical. And what's happened to Saliba ever since Gabriel's got injured? He's just become a completely different player ever since he got injured. Yeah, Gabriel's not there. So yeah, and when that went in, I did think, oh dear, it's going to be 3, 4, 5, because you just know what happens when the goals go in at Anfield, more go in. But to be fair to the players, I did actually think they did actually respond well and did show some fight to pull it back. And then Moreno got sent off. I actually reckon that could have changed the complex because Arsenal did actually gather some momentum before then. And Odegaard had one of his better games, but what he's actually usually does is he usually doesn't shoot enough. But what he did at the end, he should have played Zinchenko. If he had done that, could have won.
True.
He decided to do was just shoot. That's what at that time he should have passed. I was right at that end. Should have passed. And you could saw the look on Zinchenko's face. He was furious about that. And then they had a goal disallowed, rightfully so, at the end. Rightfully so, because it was a clear foul. But in the end, I could probably say it was fair. If there's ways you can look at it, you can say that they did well to pull it back, could have won the game, fair result, or we got away with one. Any one of those four. And I actually think the mistake Liverpool made was bringing Trent on. That was a mistake they made because he was actually at fault for Moreno's equaliser because he was playing him on side. I think that was a mistake. And
True.
Yeah, and the Liverpool fans that booed him, I was like, to be fair, I actually think that played a part into their performance. I actually think that played a part because the thing is, they're meant to be the champions, and believe it or not, it was split, and you actually saw some arguments from Liverpool fans in that stadium. I saw it. I was like, is that how you
treat one of their own, mate? Innit? It's one of their own. 20 years he's been there.
Well, it's Liverpool's fault at the end of the day. It's not Trent's fault. Obviously, if you want an experience of an opportunity of a lifetime, of course you're going to take it. Liverpool should have taken the option to either cash in last summer or to cash in last summer. It was pretty clear that he was never going to sign. It was pretty clear. So, and plus, he's not going to a direct Premier League rival. And
exactly, he's going Real Madrid. You can't tell Real Madridians today.
They know to that. Just like we didn't. And I know Arsenal players have booed their players in the past, like Granit Xhaka and Emmanuel Abilene, of course. So, of course, we're all guilty of it. But yeah, I did think that was wrong. But it took the glossing of what could have been a party day for them. It took the glossing, and yeah. Overall, it was a brilliant day and a good game to watch. But yeah, I think it just shows you the same problems that we've had all season, really.
Yeah, most definitely. It's the same problems. It's another draw as well. 14 this season. I think is that a record that we've got the most draws ever in history?
Probably. That's ridiculous. We certainly ain't winning any title with that many draws.
No, that is embarrassing. It really is. And
however, I do remember in lockdown 2019-20, we did draw a lot of games.
I think it's more the L's though. I don't think it's a lot of. I think it's draws, but I don't think it's much. We got. I think we're on 14, which I saw it. I didn't.
Yeah, the 14 this season. We've only had 4 losses. So
I didn't read into it, but I think this is a record that we've got the most ever draws we've ever had.
Be. I didn't actually see that, but it wouldn't shock me if we It wouldn't. It wouldn't shock me if it did. But I do remember in for 2019-20, we got a load of draws. That was really what the last time Liverpool did actually win the league. I remember we got a lot of draws that season. We didn't actually.
Yeah, definitely. But
no, we got 14 that season. Okay. We got 14 that season. Yeah, as well.
But we're gonna talk about the Newcastle game a bit later on, of course, because if they do beat us, they go above us. I think Champions League football's at 99%.
It should be, yes, and it should be, yes, but it's not mathematically guaranteed. I think we just need 1 point.
We need 1 point, but if we lose to Southampton and Newcastle, then it could be in trouble.
We won't lose to Southampton. We will be Southampton will definitely beat
You
us.
say that, but
They are already down, and they're one of the
yeah,
worst
but when we
teams.
played them a
There's
few
no
years,
way.
hold on, when we played them when they
I
were
know,
20th, Seb, remember the 3-3 game?
I know, but that time they weren't as bad as that. So that's
True,
just on
yeah,
another
true,
level bad,
true.
and plus at that time the pressure was on us. This time there's
But
no
but
pressure.
do you watch them against Man City though? They got 0-0.
Yeah, well, again, Man City, yeah, that did actually surprise me. But they needed that 1 point to make sure they weren't the worst team ever. So
Really?
they
Oh, I
needed
didn't
that
know
1
that.
point. Because they're now no longer leveled on points with Derby.
Derby, yeah, that's the worst team. Yeah,
They've now beaten it, so I think that was probably just their aim. So they're not
yeah.
going to. We'll win that one. That one I'm confident, but it's just the next one which we'll go into more detail, which I'm not confident at all. But yeah,
The
go into
Newcastle one,
detail.
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
talk,
go into detail. Yeah,
talk about that a bit later on.
yeah.
But yeah, and then we'll talk, yeah, overall about Arsenal season as well a bit if we do get time towards the end. But yeah, let's just quickly move to some transfer news because there's been a lot the past couple of days. Obviously, the Mendy got announced, Seb. Here we
Yeah.
go. I think we
Yeah.
knew it was in January, but what's your quick overall thoughts on that? Mendy to Arsenal.
I've always liked a player. I think it's a very good deal. I've always liked a player. And I definitely think he has the attributes to succeed in the Premier League and to succeed his style of play, our style of play. So yes, it's a great start. And what I've actually wanted, I wanted Arsenal to do some deals before the season ended, like Zubimendi, especially after what we've been through. So it's a good start. It's a great start, but we cannot stop there. Because of course we definitely need another midfielder. Jorginho's going, and it's not clear that Partey is going to stay. But yes, I've always liked Zubimendi. But the time I'll get excited is if we sort out all those other positions in the attack. But it's great that we've got this done beforehand, because of course there was rumours of Real Madrid trying to get in there, which again, like, you always have to be cautious when that happens. So yeah.
What I like about obviously this recent news, and I know it's normal to get these rumors. You know what it's like of Arsenal, you get transfer rumors every single flipping day, right? With players we've been looking at, this player, that player. And I know you got to take it with all a pinch of salt, but when we're hearing Zubimendi done already, and that's from Fabrizio saying, here we go, before it's even started. Yeah. When we're hearing Gyökeres talk now, right, the past couple of days from, I think John Cross reported it today, a few Portuguese are getting involved, you know, honestly said Berta really likes him and really wants him.
Yeah, he does.
Now we're hearing about Huijsen, Arsenal looking at Huijsen. We're in May at the moment. The window's not even opened yet. And it's already like Berta means business, don't he already?
Yeah, he does.
We're acting faster once.
Yeah,
usually we're moving so slow. Look in the summer, right? With Calaflori, how long did that took?
That went on horrible.
Exactly. So for once, it seems like we're better as a director, guys. He's moving things quicker.
He's getting things done quick. Yeah, it was awful. It was awful under their head. Yeah. Things were just moving so slowly. Certain deals that should have happened didn't happen thanks to him.
Exactly.
But now this guy, bang, bang, bang.
I'm already loving
it continues.
Yeah, it's hoping that's the main thing. I don't want to get too ahead.
No,
but I'm already liking it. He's been at every single game, hasn't he?
And in a minute, guys, I'm going to whet your appetite over some rumours that I heard last Friday.
Yes, guys, we're going to talk about. I think we link it into this one as well.
And I think this is where this is why you're seeing things like this, because you're not going to like what I'm going to say. So I don't know how. Of course, I'm hearing it from reliable sources. Hopefully, it's just early rumours, but I'll tell you in a second what I heard.
But yeah, just as the same with Butt. I mean, this guy looks ruthless already, mate. You know, and listen, number one, he's got a CV from Atleti, and we knew it coming in, didn't we? He's got that experience. Some of the players that he signed were fantastic. He worked so well with Simeone, right? And what I heard a little rumor as well, right? About Arteta, and it's respectful, but they had a little bit of disagreement on Garcia, apparently, Seb. I don't know if you saw it. Arteta really want to prioritize Garcia, bringing him in, but Bert was like, no, we need funds allocated elsewhere before we get Garcia. And I love that from him, man. You know, finally, we not got a yes man, Seb.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we were saying before. We was like, do not, because they were very close. Second place was Jason Ito, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, and I saw that
listen,
January performance in the
I
January
didn't have a
Euro.
clue. Ito and Endo didn't have a clue what
Didn't
they
have
were
a clue. Didn't have a clue,
doing.
people. But at the end of the day, but I mean, he's been every single game better. Clearly, you know, this
Yeah.
guy means business. At the end of the day,
He was even at Anfield at the weekend. Yeah.
I was at Anfield as well.
Yeah, he was.
Oh wow, there we go then. There we go. Let's move to the news. I know Seb wants to get something off his chest about some rumors that you guys need to listen to this as well, because I was shocked when I heard this. So wait, firstly we'll talk about this. Fabrizio came out and said about Dean Huijsen, Real Madrid, not a player's dream of a move, as internal talks are taking place with Alonso as a new on a new centre back. Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal are all ready to trigger out the 50 million release clause. I think we knew the other day as well that it can be paid in 3 installments. Deal done this to be getting done this month. So once again, it could be an early deal, whether or not we get him or not. Try and agree with the players' camp, and the race is open. So a lot of clubs in for it. It's not guaranteed that Arsenal are going to go for him. We know Real Madrid, and the player wants really a Real Madrid move. He's Spanish. He plays for a Spanish team, as we know. It's Real Madrid at the end of the day. We know how they're looking for centre backs, but Arsenal are there. Arsenal in the race for him. Me and Seb watched him live when he played against us. He scored against Arsenal, people. He scored against Arsenal. But when I watch this guy, I'm looking at a player like, you know, he makes it look easy on the ball. You know, he reminds me sort of Saliba, the way how he's on the ball, how good, how composed he is, sort of very comfortable playing out from the back. Distribution superb, can get goals as well. Aerially, really good. I think defensively he's very solid. I think overall he's a very, very good player. Has had a fantastic season here. But Seb, this is where, you know, you want to come in about Saliba, right? Or the sacrifice, because why would we be looking at a player like Dean Huijsen, guys, when it doesn't make sense for a player like this guy to come to Arsenal when we've got Saliba and Gabriel? You don't mess around with that, do you, Seb? That
No.
partnership.
No,
That's
you
one of the
don't.
best partnerships in world
You
football.
don't break it up.
You don't break it up like that if you're getting Huijsen. And let's not forget, Calafiori we signed for 40 million is also a centre back, can play there.
It's been a disastrous.
Yeah, he's been a disaster, but he's not even. So it makes a question. But Seb, over to you, man. Like, if you want to talk about what you've been hearing about, you know, possible Arsenal will spend money, but it may come at a cost, right?
What I've heard is that what we've got to spend is around 100 million. That's what we've got. And we are going to get a striker. And of course, Zubimendi's arrived. And they're also looking at another winger. But to get all those people in, it's going to be for a sacrifice for someone like Saliba or Gabriel. Because I've heard those rumours that if the offer is big enough, they're going to accept it to land their main targets. Because Saliba is Real Madrid are hot on this. And with Gabriel, he's still attracting huge interest from Saudi. So this is just what I've heard, of course, and it's from quite reliable sources. And I just hope it's early rumors. But last Friday, this is what I heard, and I really hope this doesn't happen, because if it happens, then you don't go forward by taking out your strengths.
We'll literally go. We'll take 3, 4 steps, 5 steps backwards if you get rid of Saliba or Gabriel.
But that was what I was hearing, and this is also another reason why we're looking at players like
Huijsen.
And another reason why Arsenal are planning to get a couple of deals done early, because there's bad news down the pipeline regarding one of them.
There we go. And very, very bad news there, to be honest.
They're not happen, because
very, very bad news.
Then we will not win. Then we're going to go another season without winning anything.
You can't,
you can't do that.
You can't, you can't split a partnership like that up. You can't do that, because for me, this is one of the best defense I've ever seen growing up. Yeah, because I won in 07, right? Yeah. I think the Invincibles was, Campbell. We had defenders in the past: Adams, Winterburn, Lee Dixon, like Ashley Cole, of course, top class defenders, right? But then I've been growing up watching Mustafi, Socrates, Kolasinac.
It's been awful.
all these awful defensives. So that's Sergio Wenger, right? I think the one I really rated was probably Koscielny. I thought he
Yeah,
was solid, to be fair.
yeah.
But now we've got a
But
proper
he
back
wasn't as
line.
good as Saliba or Gabriel.
Nah,
They were
we got a
very
proper brick
sure.
wall, man. This is a first. These are top class centre backs. Yeah, top defenders. At the end of the day, I don't see anyone else matching their ability as to. I think they're as a pairing to the best in world football. I stand by that.
That's
Yes,
been
there's centre
ruined.
backs out there. Yes, there's Van Dijk out there. Yes, there's Konate out there. Yes, there's Rudiger out there. Yes, there's Bastoni out there. But they do not come for me in terms of as a pairing. Gabriel and Saliba. Those two are the best in world football for me. And if you split that up, and Seb, you saw how poor Saliba's been without Gabriel, man, already.
Exactly. And then a couple of seasons back, Gabriel wasn't the same without Saliba.
Without Saliba, exactly.
Trust me, these things do make a big difference.
How many times have we seen our good players, our key players, leave and go to different clubs?
And this is why I kept saying it's important we win things.
Win.
Because otherwise people's heads will turn. They will. And I think with Declan Rice, he'll give it one more season. And if there's still nothing next season, I could see him going.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So this is why I say we have to win. Because maybe are they thinking, can we do it? Can I do it here?
Exactly. And then you get a club like Real Madrid calling.
Exactly. Off. Because I'm telling you, these big clubs, these other bigger clubs, they're coming. They're coming.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%. But what do you think overall for Huijsen, bro, as a player?
Yeah, I think he's a good player. Still very young. However, if he does come in as a replacement for Gabriel Saliba, that's a
Not good enough for me.
That's a massive downgrade. A massive downgrade.
But if you look, you know,
he has had a great season.
He's been superb Huijsen this season, and he's got a big future ahead of him. I think he's still young, isn't he?
Oh yeah, very young.
I think he's like 20, isn't he, or 21?
Yeah, he's in his early. He's in his early 20s. Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Huijsen age. Yeah, he's 20 now. Yeah, exactly. So
he's in his early 20s, but that's a massive downgrade if he was to come in as an expense. But if it's to replace Kivior, then
fair enough. But again, in the mind of Huijsen, would he want to?
Not. But let's be honest, when you pay that sort of money,
50 million at least as well.
You're coming in as first choice, and the thing is that you have to prioritize other positions, like your both attackers first, before you go in for people like him. And I personally do think we need a natural left back because.
Well, we've got one in Tierney, mate, but he's leaving.
Tierney's off. Zinchenko off. He's going to go. Calafiori's not a natural left back. And to be honest with you, I think he's been a disastrous signing. And if good money comes in for him, I'm moving him on because we can't keep persisting with it. And Lewis Skelly, he's been brilliant. Don't get me wrong, he's been excellent. But if you want to be winning the title next season, he can't be first choice. The same with Waneri. They have to be backups, be learning off someone. So we need a proper left back.
Yeah.
And I've said for ages, Alex Gramando. Now, Xabi Alonso.
He's gone, mate. Bye-bye, Alonso.
And I'm seeing things like Liverpool.
Frimpong's going, Liverpool.
Yeah, going for him. So, come on, Arsenal. Why can't we go in and snatch Gramando? Because I'm telling you, we'll have the best. We'll have the best left back in world football. Then that really will be defensive solid. Because where our problems have always been is down that left-hand side, both at fullback and on the wing.
Even though Skelly's locked it up this season, done really well there.
But he cannot be the main guy. But you've seen this season, he has still made rash mistakes and he's still been clumsy at times. But the thing is, if he's starting every week, he's not going to learn. He needs someone to watch, to learn off. Then he'll learn to cut it out. Because if you're just going to keep bashing him in, he will not learn. Because he had a shocker against PSG, an absolute shocker. But you can't fault him because of his age.
His age, bro.
This is why I'm saying he can't be a main starter every single week if we want to go for title or the Champions League.
And
we need a natural left back.
And it's funny you say about Skelly, yeah, because being natural left back, because he's not. At the end of the day,
He's not
he's
exactly. He's
actually a
not.
midfielder. Because I listened to, I think, was it Jack? It might have been Jack Wilshere, right? In the when he, you remember when he was 18's manager
Yeah.
with and managed Skelly and Wanyeri in the Youth Cup. I think
Yeah,
we went to the final, didn't we, against West Ham?
yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We were there.
yeah. I think we got battered though, didn't we?
Yeah, we lost
It's like 5-0.
4-1, something like
Oh,
that.
was it 4-1? Yeah, we got smokes. But
Yeah,
he was saying Skelly will not be a left back. He's saying Skelly's a midfielder.
he is a midfielder.
That's what, and that's why he played for the youth academy. So I
Mm.
really hope that we do, and you see the style how he plays as well, right? He acts like sort of like a. I mean, I know he inverts there what Zinchenko's doing, but I think he'd be a really good midfielder for Arsenal. I really do. So I think having in the and there's been reports getting a new left back coming in once again. To be fair, but we need to make sure it's a natural one, as you said, Seb.
Has to
You know
be a
what I mean?
natural one. None of his versatility nonsense. I want proper players in their proper positions now. None
Yeah.
of his versatility nonsense.
Yeah, that's why I say why don't he keep Tierney? But obviously he's not going to keep Tierney, is he? He's gone. He's gone to Celtic. But in terms of Saliba replacements, if the worst came to the worst, Seb, if the worst came to the worst, the only one that springs to my mind straight away is Bastoni from Inter.
Mm.
That's the only one that springs to my mind. But who is actually out there on a level with him, Saliba? That's how good this guy is.
They're hard to find. A top class centre back, and a top class striker. They're the two hardest positions to find. They're the two hardest positions out there to find. Yeah. No, we can't. We can't. You won't replace him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna come to the chat and then we are gonna move on as well. We're gonna any questions you've got, guys, for us, throw them in. We're gonna go to your comments right now. Big up to you, gun down, bro. Hope you're doing well, brother. If we get Huijsen, well, this is the point, isn't it? It makes you wonder. You know, we're talking about a player like Dean Huijsen. He's burst onto the scene. The guy wants game time. He wants to break into the Spain team anyway for the World Cup as well. Let's not forget that, people, right? Is he going to do that, sit on the bench for us? Probably not.
No.
My only logical thing is why are we getting Huijsen? Because either what Seb just said about either, you know, he's a key or a replacement, but again, he's not going to get over Gabriel Saliba. Why is he going to settle for a backup unless he goes back free on Teta, which I don't see him doing.
No,
it throws away everything he throws away his plan A and everything that he's been doing for years now. Why would he suddenly change to a back three? So I don't see that really happening. Maybe it would be down to more the player, but I think if he wants football, he goes elsewhere, in my opinion. Unless what Seb said, it's the worst comes to the worst, people. It's a nightmare that we don't want to be hearing, people. And that Saliba could be going in the summer.
Don't be surprised.
Yeah. Big up to Tamina in the chat as well. I'm very well, thank you, Tamina. We will talk about Rodrigo as well. Big up to Bongo Guna in the chat as well. Good to see you, brother. Listen, I came here to tell you that you can get tickets for the Champions League final in Lisbon on the Arsenal home. He's talking about the women, by the way. Thank you for that, bro. We'll try and be there, man. We will try and be there. Big up to you. That would be amazing. Thank you for that, brother. Oregon Goon, big up Dow in the building, brother. Big up Dow every single time. He says 1 year extension for Party would work. I hope he does stay Party. I think he's been. I know he had a bit of an off game against PSG, but I think he's such an important player. To be honest with you, and I really want him to stay. So hopefully we can agree that. In case you managed to go, I'll see and I'll see you. I'll say hello to most. Yeah, 100%, bro. I'm gonna try my best. 100%. Try my best as well to get there. But started making calls. He's first in the job. Big up Burton, man. Already. Big up. Already good signs. Listen, we got to follow it through. I want at the end of the window a solid window, getting the striker in, getting the winner in, getting the midfielder in, getting the defender in, and then if we need the goalkeeper, which what he do, get everything required. Yeah, then big up yourself, Burton, man. But so far, so good. It's looking good, man, with Burton as well. Arteta knows we've regressed. Oh yeah, I mean he's getting rattled. He's getting absolutely rattled.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing on that is that he was good that he came out with that, what he did on the weekend. But why didn't he come out with it on
against PSG?
On the PSG,
and instead he lied about Luis Enrique and PSG's
bench, saying
that coming out
with lies, saying we're the best team in the tournament. No, we're not.
And then yeah, best team in the tournament. What are you chatting about?
Why? Then why are we not in the final?
Why that was
all on. That was all on him. I'm sorry. Don't the thing with him is that you've just opened yourself up to even more criticism and grief that you're getting at the moment because you can't get this team over the line. So don't come out and talk talk nonsense like that. That really annoyed me. Coming out,
Yeah,
not
and then he's
over with a better team over two
yeah
legs. It was only because of Donnarumma. No, that's absolute nonsense.
rubbish, man, rubbish.
Absolute nonsense.
And then
The first leg, we
yeah,
were totally outplayed, and that second leg, apart from the first 20 minutes, again, we weren't good enough because after we went behind, we showed not enough urgency to get back in now. Not enough.
the thing is,
No.
what gets me about that as well is, as you said, like saying that we were the best side in the tournament is absolute waffle, that is. But number two, man's talking about saying that PSG's bench told us that you deserve to win, and then Luis Enrique said no, we didn't. Luis Enrique called him, just laughed in his face and said in his press conference, saying, "Nah, he's lying.
He's lying.
Like, he just keeps digging
PSG
himself
come to be deserved to win that, and don't come out with waffle like that.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to cover it up because of what happened to Anfield. See, I think he knows he's under pressure. This
He
is
knows.
what he's
He
doing.
knows.
He knows.
Yeah, he's rattled.
And I'm telling you now, next season he's going to be if he does stay, which I actually hope he doesn't. Now I think he's got to be moved on because this is another year without winning anything. And a club the size of Arsenal Football Club should definitely not be going 5 seasons without a trophy. It's not
acceptable. Yeah, exactly that.
Big clubs do not behave like that. Real Madrid have won a couple. We've won a couple of trophies this season, early in the season. Ancelotti gone. You see, gone. It's not rocket science. See, bye-bye. Look, it's not good enough.
Yeah, facts. Dow says we have goalkeepers who walk 3 in 2 windows. This is it, bro. This is it, man.
Give Cole Hine his chance as backup.
We might as well. We might as well.
Just give him his chance.
Might as well, mate. I mean, yeah, we might as well. Vince Gyökeres ready to accept a 5-year. What is there? More news on Gyökeres? Fucking hell.
It's not confirmed, but
it's not confirmed. Yeah,
but I'm telling you now, we better be quick because if Manchester United,
a lot of teams are in for him.
If Manchester United win that Europa League, then they're going to be right in for him, and he could be because he used to work with Almiron at Lisbon.
Exactly, he's ex-manager.
He will be right in there, and if they get Champions League football, they could prize him there. So. We've got to be quick and we've got to be serious. And if this is the guy that the club wants, go and get him. No messing around. Go and get him.
Yeah. Dow says Rodrigo linked. We'll go into that in a minute for sure, bro. Might need to be sold. Saliba won't leave in the summer. This is Luca's burner account, by the way. But see, Luca, you think nah? Just wait and see, bro. I hope you're right, bro. Yeah.
You have to wait and see. I hope you're right, but wait and see.
Wait and see. Glande, AFC always, brother. I hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Cheers, bro. Hope these links are fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed, because we're in for a very good window for once. Finally, we might actually do what's required, but I'm not going to get too ahead of myself just yet. Lloyd's in the building. Big up to you, Lloyd. He says Saliba will leave at the end of the season. The deal with Real, they'll give us Rodrigo. See, that's the thing that could happen, you know.
Well, don't take your hopes up on that. You don't often see swap deals like that on nowadays, unless you're playing Football Manager. You must be playing Football Manager if you're doing that. Don't get your hopes up with that. And if that was a swap deal, I wouldn't take it.
Nah, even though Rodrigo's a flipping good player.
Don't get me wrong, I love him, but
flipping good player, but
I'm not having him in the expense of Saliba. No.
No, that's how crucial. That's how key Saliba is, man. It's how key to the team. You lose him, you lose your whole spine effectively, people. Big up Josh, my bro. Big up to you, Chelsea fan as well. The realest Chelsea fan ever on this platform. Big up to you, brother. I beg we sign Rodrigo and Gyökeres and top Grunners have no excuse when Arteta fails to win everything again. Exactly that. Exactly. See, Bert will do. I've got a feeling Bert will do the business.
The thing is, Arteta shouldn't be given any more money. Look how much he spent, and look how much he's spending. The ways he won. I wouldn't give him any more money. I want this Berta to find a new manager.
Can he do that?
Well, he can find one, but he can't kick him out. It has to be
Oh, see
the
the
owner.
owner.
The
But he
top
could,
has to kick him out, but he can find one.
wow.
He can find someone.
Could
Yeah.
could Edu have done the same thing?
He could have found someone, but he was never kicking him out. When Arsenal had Missintat,
Yeah.
with Wenger, it wasn't him. Missintat was looking for replacements, but he didn't. He wasn't the one that kicked him out. It was Josh Kroenke behind the scenes. Did it? Did
Oh
it?
wow. Wow.
Did it? So the owner, will Josh have to be doing it? But again, I don't see them doing it. Sadly.
Big up to Lou as well. Big up new subscriber, first time listener coming you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the sub, Lou. And yeah, appreciate you joining us tonight. And big up to you coming you guns every single time. Elijah, big up to you, please. Please, Dean Huijsen and Joao Hato, perfect defenders.
Yeah, Hato will be someone
That's a good player, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be someone I welcome. Yeah,
he can play centre back as well, and
but on
also
a natural left back. I think
left
Hato's
back as
more.
well, can't he? Yeah.
Grimando is definitely who we need.
Yeah, that's your boy. That's your boy, bro.
Yeah, well, I've said all this for ages, and then I keep getting laughed at. And then in the end, of the season, these people that laugh at me are the ones with egg on their face, like you are again this season, thanks to everything I've been trying to tell you, but they won't listen.
Yeah. Big up, guys. Big up to Rory as well. In terms of Huijsen, I would take him, but I would like to see us prioritize our forward line first before anything.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it has to be. You have to prioritize that forward line. You've got to get that sorted first.
Yeah, 100%. 100% agree. I think Huijsen will go Real Madrid. Yeah, it's Real Madrid, isn't it? It's Real Madrid, to be
I
fair.
can see that happening. Depends how serious they
But
are.
what if they're so... Because it's been very, very clear that Saliba's their main target, by the way, as a centre-back.
They can afford to take both.
Yeah, imagine that.
They could come in very because they need to sort out that back line.
What happened to the links of Diamande, by the way? They've gone awfully quiet. Yeah, I don't know too much about this.
I never really believed much into that one.
I don't know how good he really is as well. I've seen him a few times. He looks tidy, but I don't know. I saw that today, and I'm gutted if Man City get this. And if Man City get him, they've got a baller. They've got an absolute baller on their hands.
Yeah, you see, we've got to hope next season they do not have a resurgence, because if they do, we're in trouble.
I always think they'll be back, Seb. I'll be honest with you.
Because they'll go in the window. Because it's likely going to be his last season, so he's going to get that sorted, and he's going to make sure he gets that title back. See, this is what worries me.
You do, guys. They're signing Reiners, who's an absolute baller. He's been one of the best midfielders in Serie A this season.
And I think they'll get
Florian Wirtz, by the way.
I think Florian Wirtz. Yeah.
And Rodri will be back. Rodri will be back fully fit next season. Back in the team. He's the key for them. I've said this so many times.
Haaland will go again, and now they've got Mamouche.
They got Mamouche firing.
They're going to come back.
They'll be back. No, I'm sorry, City will be back, people. Pep knows how they've fallen off this season. He'll bounce back. He's not going
to stop.
They'll be there in the title race, people. They'll be there. And they'll do the business in the summer, Man City. I think if Madrid go for Dean, they'll also buy another defender with more European experience. That could be Saliba. Dean Huijsen won't replace Saliba. No, we agree. Me and Seb both agree.
We can't. That's a big downgrade.
Although he's a fantastic player, Huijsen, he's not the Saliba replacement.
No.
The only one I sprint is Bastoni for me. I've seen him enough times, but even he's not really on. I think I rate Saliba higher than Bastoni right now. I really do. Grimaldo, yeah. Look, even Dal saying Grimaldo, Seb. Even he agrees with you. Or Ronaldo. Is he the Mozambique? I think I know who you mean.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
From Mozambique, right? I think
so. I know he's from Africa.
I've heard of him before. Yeah, from Atleti. So yeah. Dean Huijsen will get loads of game time with us, but you guys link with him as well, to be fair. And that would be a good signing for you lot if you do get him. Well, yeah, this is the thing as well. Where does it leave Calaflori?
I move him on.
40 million.
I would move him on. I think he's been a disastrous sign. I don't think he will go because he's only done one season.
It's just not good enough. You use him in the wrong position, Arteta.
Exactly, that was the rock. Exactly, and now he's thinking. Now because we got this striker crisis, he's been playing him further up the field, as if that was ever going to work. Because how many times at the weekend did I see him in the box? How many times did I see him in our box? In their box? I just don't know.
This manager is using him in the wrong position, guys.
He is.
He's using him. He's a centre back. I've watched him so many times play. He's a natural centre back anyway, but he thrives in a centre back system. Okay, fair enough. Back three he plays for Italy, right? But majority of clear, he's known to be a centre back. And I get he's good going forward, but even as centre back, he can do that. He's proved that. But his manager's not using there. Has he even played in there once, by the way? Maybe one game.
I don't think he has this season. I don't remember it.
I don't. Maybe
might have done, but I don't remember it.
Maybe
like a cup game or something. But
I've been hearing Italian clubs looking at Calafori to bring him in. Let's not forget Juventus really wanted him. Yeah, Milan want him. I heard a little rumor about that. Unbelievable.
I don't think he will go, but if a good offer comes in, I'm taking it.
I watched him enough. I still think he's okay. Fair enough. It's national team, but I still think he's could be a very good player in the future, man. This Calafori, I would keep him. I really would. But if it's the same next season, Seb, like how we've been seeing him this year, yeah, then fail. Absolute fail, mate. Flop. Won't replace Lee by Bastoni. Yeah, I agree. Big up Drew in the chat every single time, bro. Big up to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Big up to you, Drew, every single time. Madrid will not start a 20-year-old. He's good, but he's not Sergio Ramos. Big up Dow. Question from Roy, where would you like to see Ethan play next season?
Right wing. Be Saka, be back up to Saka. You see, why hasn't he been starting lately? Why hasn't he been playing lately? You're right.
Free Ranieri, mate.
I know. He didn't even come on against PSG. He didn't even come on against Liverpool. I don't know what's happened there. You see, I don't know what's happened there. That's madness. Why hasn't he played?
It just doesn't. It baffles me because this guy is getting 5 minutes when off the bench, right? Yeah, he's clearly fully fit, and people talk to me about the age. Absolute rubbish excuse about the age. Nonsense. Yeah, Lewis Skelly plays week in week out. He's 18, right?
Look at Yamal.
He's 17. Sorry. Yeah, look.
No, 17. Absolutely killing it at Barcelona.
He's not a good. No, I'm sorry. And okay, if you want to manage him, give him more than 5 minutes at least off the bench for God's sakes.
Oh, his game management is absolutely.
If I was Seb, if I was Ranieri, I'd say I want a loan request, mate.
Yeah, football. Awesome. Because this manager's game management is absolutely appalling.
He's already proved himself that he can do it in the Premier League. So he's been thinking, I've already proved myself. I want to play week in, week out. I want to play some football. Right on the bench when he sees his boy Miles playing week in, week out as well.
Exactly.
Diamande is not a replacement for Saliba, mate. No chance. Absolute no chance. Even in shoe every single time. Lewis Skelly is great. Miles Lewis Skelly is great at left back. Midfield's not for him. I don't know, bro. Look, he's been doing really well as left back. Don't get twisted, but I would like to see him as a midfielder. To be honest with you,
100%.
And we do need backup. I'll keep.
Oh no, is he gone?
Window open days. How do you know that, Luca? Though. How do you know that he won't leave? Yeah. How do you know, bro? How do you know?
Real Madrid come in.
We don't know. We don't know. He's acting like we won the league or UCL in the last 2 seasons. Seems like he's the only one who's allowed an ego here, whereas everyone does. You're out. Facts, bro. He's just so arrogant. I just want him at times just to hold his hand up and say you got it wrong. He never does that. I don't think.
No, of course he won't. He's too stubborn.
Too stubborn. Yeah, too stubborn. Gavan's in the chat. How you doing, Gavan, bro? Hi, Josh. Hope you're getting the fridge filled up for the Guinea. Yeah, big pick up the Guinea, bro. I'll probably do a stream to that. No worries at all. So I'll catch you there, bro. Looking forward to that one as well. And the Euros coming up for them as well. Arsenal's a big club. You need the best managers. 100% agree. But when you say this, people call you deluded, and people say you don't know what you're talking about.
Terrible.
So there we go. Facts, Charles, keep this. Yeah, and you lose that with Saliba, bro. That's how key he is.
Absolutely do.
Lou says transfer window not even open and Butter making his presence fully known. I'm very happy so far with what I've seen with Butter. He means business. Been at every single game. Been at the training sessions. You know, already we're hearing some great rumors, getting stuff over the line, and the window's not even open yet. You know, so really, really good start already from Butter. I'm not surprised that he's came in and done this because we've seen his track record, people. We saw his CV at Atleti. He means business, people. Top director. It's the ball. Yeah, the ball. That's a fire answer, of course. It's not a swap deal. It's a deal for a player now, then sleep at the end of the next season. We need to sell Trossard to improve them. No, bro, I'm not. Listen, Rodrigo, there's a no-brainer. Is an absolute no-brainer. That is, if we go for a player like him, people talk about winners. Rodrigo's that player, and I would pay over the money. I would pay that much money for him. But if it means losing Saliba as well,
no.
Do you honestly think Butter's brought in to put pressure on the manager because they're losing patience as well? I hope this is the case.
I hope so. I hope so. I can't say for now. I hope so. Better be.
Because if you look into the Kroenkes minds, yeah, look how much they've hyped up Arteta. Look how much they've gave the money to him. Look how much they've done the buzzwords, thinking it's going to work. Yeah, look how much they've backed him even in the gutter when he was like 15th. I thought he'd be gone. I thought he'd be sacked to 15th. Any other club, he would have been sacked to 15th, right? But they've hyped this guy up so much with the project, with the buzzwords, with the PR, right? If they now sack him, it's going to backfire for them. They'll look like mugs. Yeah. So I'm hoping they've done this, Butter coming in, put a bit of pressure for this manager to finally deliver. I'm still not confident with the manager though. Like that, even with the players, he will deliver.
Oh no,
still not confident.
No,
and that's worrying. It really is. Because already right now we got a good squad, man. I think we still need additions.
And again, the weekend just showed you that we still are a good team. We're no bad team. We're no joke team.
Ask you the question: what if we had a different manager? Would a set of players?
Yeah, I honestly think a top, better manager will get better at these set of players, and they'll be managed properly, and also we'll get less injuries. Because if you think about it, everyone keeps saying the reason why Liverpool won the league and we didn't is because they got no injuries while we had loads. Okay, well, if you're saying that, then think about why are we getting these injuries? Why? And how come we've had 3 surgeries and most of the injuries have been muscular? Why?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's down to the training regime. Something's wrong. And that's also down to us overplaying players. Because think about it. These injuries cannot be down to bad luck. The Timber injury last season was down to bad luck. But the Saka injury, that was in our control. Havertz, in our control. Jesus, in our control. Calafiori, multiple times, in our control. Even Odegaard was in our control. Yes, people will come back and say, no, but he did it with Norway. No, the match before, a week before, against Brighton, he picked up a knock on his ankle. He should not have been allowed to go. But because of Arteta's softness and all that, you've got to go.
Facts.
No, it was in our control. All these injuries this season have been in our control. There's something wrong with the training regime. And yes, it is because of the squad depth, because of what they didn't do in the summer. Yes. But the thing is, Arteta has always gambled with a small squad. He's always wanted that. He doesn't like having a big squad. And it's not worked. And that is where he's wrong. And that is the mistake he is making. And why we keep falling short. So people actually need to put some context in instead of just blaming injuries. But why are we getting them?
I was muted the whole time. Jesus. It's actually going to take one summer for City to replace KDB with Wirtz, whereas we're almost waiting 3 years to replace Aubameyang.
Yeah, you see, that's the difference. It's because of the manager.
Yeah. Good question here. If we sign Gyökeres and Rodrigo, do you trust or expect Odegaard to return form? He has to, but I think he will. I think he will.
I do, but I do want a backup.
We do need a backup. Yeah,
someone for competition. This is why I've said all along. Oh no, I've said that all along. That's who we need. Someone who actually give him serious competition, and when he's not performing, get him out.
Rodri is dead. That injury kills a player. That's why they wanted Milan. Yeah, but I think they always needed one, didn't they? But I get what you're saying, Lloyd, bro. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, Rodri, he may not be the same player. You know, he
does have a lot of he has picked up a lot of
he has. But if he's in there, he's still sort of player on his day,
It's a
isn't
big upgrade to what we have.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, out of his current front three, how many of them start in a title-winning attack?
Well, this is a thing as well. Why don't you play a back three with the amount of defenders we signed? Exactly. And California can play in a back three. Does for Italy very,
Sorry,
very
I meant
well.
his front three. I meant the front three out of our front three.
Front three, yeah.
How many of them players start in a title-winning attack?
One. That's Saka, mate.
There you go.
But we don't want Inzaghi, exactly, bro. Nobody wants Inzaghi because he's too negative.
Of course, I want him.
Nobody wants Simeone.
No, he's not. He's not negative. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Nobody wants Simeone because he's got too big an ego and he'll upset the players, mate. What the fuck is his manager then? Jesus. Nobody wants Simeone because he plays boring football.
And even if someone is winning football, I want to win.
Exactly. Big up Glenn, by the way. I did check that, Glenn. Is that guy reliable? Like, some people talk about Gyökeres again, like we've reached agreement, but I don't know a lot about that guy.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay, there we go then. There we go. If I'm Max Salmon, I'll stay at Arsenal and replace a pillow for Odegaard. Yeah, Max Salmon, I'm looking forward to see how he does, to be fair. Arteta out. Big up Cooper every single time, my brother. Great to see you, man. Absolute real one. Legend every single time. Lack of squad depth. Says Mohammed. Big up to you, Mohammed. Ashik as well. Good evening to you, my brother. John as well. Big up to you, John. It's about injuries there. He got injured in our 2-0 loss for Bournemouth. Arteta let him go and then exaggerated. Shame on Arteta. Needs 6 forwards. The only 2 players of the manager was unlucky was Marino and Tomiyasu. Arteta's with the captain's week. This year's team's week. Hopefully, Butt will get a few new players with chips on their shoulders. We need more physicality. Yes, 100% there. All right, let's move to
Newcastle.
Yes, I just want to quickly. I think we spoke about a little bit about Rodrigo, but just quickly on this, because Arsenal are on the clubs that has shown the most interest in Rodrigo. I'm monitoring the situation ahead of the summer transfer window. This comes by this guy from Dio AS, Spanish guy over there. Rodrigo, we know he could be moving on. 100 million. I think we talked about it, but said, but this is a no-brainer, is it? If you talk about winner,
definitely should be going. That's definitely just one type of player we should be going in for. But also, let's think about it. If Real Madrid are letting him go, can he really be all that? Because Real Madrid very rarely let world-class talent go out the door. If there must be a reason why.
But I think he wants to leave though.
Does he want to go, or Real Madrid said?
I think it was because he wanted to go. I don't know the full story of it.
But I think it depends. If Real Madrid, if he's surplus to requirements, and Real Madrid ask him to go, I don't want him. But if he wants to go, and Real Madrid don't really want him to go, then I'm taking him. Because the thing is, what we've got to stop doing, we've got to stop taking cast-offs. You have to start taking players when clubs don't really want to sell, or when a load of clubs are in for them and all that, then get them. Because that's what improves you. Because we've been here before with taking cast-offs. As much as I loved Alexis Sanchez, there was a reason why we got him, because he was surplus to requirements. As much as I loved Mesut Ozil at the time, there was reasons why we got him, because he was surplus to requirements. Same with Jesus and Zinchenko. City said, no, go.
Yeah, but Alexis and Ozil worked out.
Yeah. As much as I loved them, but we do need to stop taking second-class rejects. We do need to start getting... because that's what moves you up.
No, I 100%. But do you think Rodrigo's proven himself on the big stage?
Yeah, I think he has. But yeah, I just need to know more about the situation. But at the moment in this moment in time, if you're asking me, I'm still saying yes. Yeah. But you've got to be careful here.
Yeah, you do.
You've got to be careful here with all this. Because
because
I
of
do not want to be taking players that are surplus to requirements, all that. But if he wants
yeah,
to,
but what winner would be out there then for you? Who's better than someone like Rodrigo then?
yeah, you do make a fair point.
Because I think Rodrigo's the best we can possibly get of the
Yeah,
best in terms of winners. And I know he's more of like a right winner. He could play, but he's not getting over Saka. I'm sorry, you wouldn't do that.
well, no, you put him on the other
You play on
side.
the left,
Yeah,
yeah.
you put him on the other side.
And Martinelli becomes a bench guy now, bench option.
Yeah, that's what I want him to be. I want Martinelli to be a squad player. I don't want him starting every week again next season. He can't be starting every week.
The thing is, yeah, but that's the thing. Who's better out there really better than Rodrigo? I
There
look in
isn't
terms of
really
winners.
someone, but
There isn't really someone. I mean, I think there's winners I love at Arsenal that I would take. You know, people said it. Someone like Adamola Lookman in the chat.
yeah, I'll take
Very,
it.
very good player.
Would you take Rafael Leao? I've seen rumours of him.
I actually would take Leao now. A
Yeah,
lot of
he
people
hasn't had the best. He hasn't
been
been
very
absolutely
average,
good,
man, this season. But so
but
has Milan at the same
I think
time.
he's a group. I think
I
he's
think Leao wouldn't be bad for Arsenal. You know, I really don't. I get, but you know, people don't rate this guy a lot, and a few maybe last year I didn't rate this guy. I was sitting there thinking, "Nah, you're trash." But at the same time, what I've seen of him this season, right? A few odd occasions he's actually looked really decent. But it's the thing with Leao is when he's on it, yeah, he looks phenomenal. But at times he's also very, very inconsistent. And that's what we don't need at the end of the day. Because we've had that on Martinelli this season. We had it with Trossard this season. When he player coming in who's proven and gonna hit the ground running straight away. I wouldn't mind Leao. I wouldn't mind him. But
yeah.
I think there is other options out there, as we said. But yeah, Lookman 100% baller, mate. He's naturally a left winner. Rodrigo is. Oh, there we go then. There we go.
There you
Perfect
go.
then. Yeah, exactly that. That's the risk of it. If you give them Rodrigo, then we're going to give them funds to eventually go and get for them to go and get Saliba. Yeah, exactly. Here's the money. Real Madrid's 100 million. Oh, we just use that. We just use that to buy Saliba a few cheers. That's what it'll be like. But yeah, Rodrigo for me, we'll see again. There's not a lot in this in terms of how reliable it is, and we'll see how it develops, how the situation develops. But we should be there for me. We should be there. Let's end on the Newcastle game, Seb. On the Sunday, obviously played them 3 times, not scored against them this season. Eddie Howe has Arteta's number. Simple as that. He has his number this season in specific. They got a lot to play for. If they beat us, they go above us and they get second place. So it's a game that's riding on for them. They're gonna be fired up for it. But what are your thoughts coming into this game, man? And I know we've got a few injuries. No Declan Rice, Marino suspended. So what would also be team reflection as well, bro, for you?
I'm not confident at all. We're not. I don't see us winning this game because, like I said, they've had our number 3 times this season without scoring a single goal, and now they're right on our tail. And if they win, then we've lost second place pretty much. But considering who we have left, yeah, there isn't really. Oh dear, our attack is going to be so weak. Well, they've got players like Isak and Gordon and Murphy pulling the strings, so well, we could do without this game, but
Yeah.
and this is going to be so much harder than Liverpool, way much harder.
Nah, they're a proper side, mate. Proper
Oh
good
yeah,
side.
and I can really, and if they keep their star players and they add some real quality, they're going to be challenging for the title next
They can
season.
spend money as well now, can't they?
Oh yeah, because their PSR and all that is all past them.
It's all cleared.
I can see them being a title threat next season. I can. I think they're only going to go up.
They've already won the Carabao Cup this season.
Exactly.
They might finish above us. And what phases is Eddie Howe in, Seb?
Exactly. Well, there you go.
Yeah, facts, bro. In terms of the team, one year he has to play. Surely he's got to start. Surely.
Well, I actually got a bad thing. He's either going to start with Sterling, or he's going to put someone like Tierney or Calafiori on the left wing, because You just know what his manager's like.
If Wanyeri doesn't start this type of game when there's
I
injuries
don't
as
think
well,
he is going to
people,
start. I think you're
if
going to
he doesn't
see
start,
him.
then he's just there's something going on seriously behind the
Yeah.
scenes. Seriously, because if he does not start, I don't know what this kid's got to do.
We've also got Moreno suspended.
Because let's not forget, yeah, even when Odegaard got injured, he's trying to play Trossard instead of Wanyeri there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So honestly, if Wanyeri does not start, then number one, you should hand in a loan request, my friend. I wouldn't blame you if you did. And number two, there's something going on behind the scenes, and you I don't know why you're not trusted by the manager, but something's going on behind the scenes at the end of the day, because you need to get minutes, my friend. You're a top class player, and he's getting no minutes, and it's disgusting if I'm being honest with you. But I'm hoping with the injuries, this guy will finally start. But it wouldn't surprise me if you put someone like Jorginho and flipping Zinchenko instead of Wanyeri.
He'll play Zinchenko in midfield. Zinchenko will go into midfield, and I can see him definitely either playing Sterling or Tierney or Calafiori in the left.
I'll give Sterling a good send off then.
Just send him back to Chelsea now. Honestly, that loan, that's Willian Part 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, you see, these things have got to stop as well. You see, we're not learning from this. This manager's not learning from this.
I heard a little rumor about Nkunku.
No, oh no. Yeah, I've seen those rumors too. Don't we dare take anyone from
it might have been Florian Plattenberg from Sky Germany, but he was.
Yes, I did hear those rumors as well. No, don't we dare.
Nkunku to Arsenal, yeah? Another Chelsea reject.
Don't we dare.
Another Chelsea rejects. No, what are we doing here? It's a joke. But honestly, mate, I think we're gonna draw on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1. I've gone the same.
Yeah,
I've gone the same. Draw. Everyone will be banning about the new kit on the Sunday. That's what everyone will care about is Arsenal's new kit.
Oh, see, there we go. And then you know what that usually does. He'll give the clubs, so the players are still buying the new kit, so everything's all right, so everything's all rosy.
Yeah.
But I was really emerged. There is these things that the money you spend for the kits don't actually go to the club; they actually go to Adidas.
So, yeah, that's good then. That's good.
That doesn't actually make a big that doesn't actually make a difference to signings because the Arsenal have already received their money from Adidas. So
yeah,
the money you spend for that doesn't actually go to the club. But still, when the club promote all these things like before without doing this, that's what gets me.
Yeah, 100%.
You'd be doing all this. You'd be focusing on winning your things first, then doing all that.
100%.
Yes, I can understand every club wants to promote their stuff before the end, but it's just the way the club do it annoys me. This is why this win the dog thing really angers me big time. Because the way that was promoted is an absolute joke.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. But we're gonna end the show, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. Seb, it's always a pleasure, mate, to do these shows together, man. Really enjoyed them. You got anything you want to shout out?
Well, I've done a few pieces lately. Obviously, since I've last been on, I've written at least 3 or 4 articles. I think the last one where I spoke about what now, because there's no trophy again this season. But maybe now I can talk about the summer transfer plans. I haven't actually got anything. I haven't actually started preparing anything yet. But in fact, if anything, I've been focusing on my article to do with my own football team, who've actually just gone invincible.
What face is Seb in, mate?
There you go.
Congratulations, mate.
I'll try and get something else either this week or next week. I'll see if I've got time to do that.
Brilliant, guys. Thanks everyone who tuned in today. Thanks for the comments, all the support. You guys catch me, of course, tomorrow. As always, we'll be doing more transfer news tomorrow. And then I got Kendall, if you guys know her, Newcastle fan. She'll be joining me. Do you know her, Seb, by the way?
No.
Kendall. Oh, you don't know her.
No, sounds good.
She'll be on Friday, guys. We'll be doing a show together, probably live as well. That should be really good for the Newcastle game. I'll be at the game as well on Sunday. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I kind of just want the scenes to end, if I'm being real with it. I think like everyone does.
We all do.
Yeah, like everyone does.
It's been a very hard, long, frustrating season.
Yeah, exactly that, bro. But take care, guys, and we'll catch you tomorrow.